Ciao friends, welcome to Simple Italian Cooking. This is Liz and I have got a really crazy recipe for you today. Well, not crazy in the sense that it's like bizarre. It's actually a very simple recipe and we've been making this recipe for years and I actually never knew it had a name until recently, and it's called midnight pasta. Why is it called midnight pasta? Well, it's called midnight pasta because it's so darn easy that you can make it when you come home from work or you're absolutely exhausted and it's midnight or you want a midnight snack, and it requires barely any preparation whatsoever. So this is going to be a short video because it's so easy to make. Just a few ingredients. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to boil the angel hair. I'm doing angel hair because if it's midnight, I want something that's going to cook fast, right? And angel hair is going to be done in about 3 minutes. So I've got my pan boiling here. And I'm just going to do a small handful of pasta. Just enough for a single serving. Now if you want to make this for more than one, make sure to check out the link in the description below, because I'm going to link to the actual printed recipe, which is for a little larger quantity. But honestly, this recipe is so flexible, as are so many of my Italian recipes. I think I will put in just a little bit more. And you can go ahead and check that out. But again, super, super easy. Requires really, there's different versions of this, okay, of midnight pasta. Some people say it's 2 ingredients. Some people say it's more. And my thinking is it's whatever you want it to be. But you got to eat it at midnight for it to be midnight pasta. Just kidding. You don't have to. We have this recipe a lot when you just want to throw something together. First thing you do, get the pasta boiling. Make sure the stove, in my case, is plugged in. This is my induction burner. You can check out my video on that. First thing we do is you take some extra virgin olive oil. You definitely want a good quality olive oil. The type of olive oil you use is really, really critical to making a good recipe, especially when you don't have a lot of ingredients. So it's good to have different types of olive oil on hand. You want to have something on hand that's good for frying, so that would just be your regular olive oil, not where you're trying to pull the flavor from the olive oil. Then you want like a really good extra virgin olive oil, first cold press. It's going to give you the most flavor. And use it for recipes like this or on salads. And you can have just like a more, not like just a regular extra virgin olive oil if you want. That's maybe more for other types of recipes that is kind of like in between. So olive oil, garlic are the 2 main ingredients. You definitely want the garlic because that adds some flavor. Right? Don't want it to be tasteless. If you don't have garlic or you want to avoid it for whatever reason, then swap the garlic with some cheese. Or if you're feeling a little more adventurous, go ahead and do the garlic and do the cheese. So, and you can use as many cloves of garlic as you want, per personal preference. I'm just doing a small amount here, so I'm going to go ahead, a small amount of the angel hair that is, and I'm just going to go ahead and saute 1 clove of garlic, which I think will be plenty for this. So one thing I like to do every time we are sauteing the garlic and the olive oil, you want to move the garlic around so that it gets coated with the olive oil. You really don't want non-olive oil coated garlic sticking up. You want it to be really soaking in that olive oil, and when you spread it around, that flavor of the garlic, it goes into the olive oil. I always get organic garlic. I get it at BJ's Wholesale. I think they're a really good price. You get a long sack of it. It's usually cheaper than getting it at the standard grocery store, but I do like to go for the garlic. I don't want garlic that's from China. I don't want garlic that's been hit with every pesticide you can think of, so that's why I like to go with organic for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and check our pasta. Whoa, look at this. foaming over. And that is pretty much done. You can just tell looking at it. So I'm going to go ahead and strain the pasta. And I'm going to use my strainer here. You don't have to use one of these, of course, but I've kind of gotten to really like it. And I'm going to reserve some of the pasta water. The reason why is because this is a sauceless dish. So you want to make sure that there's a little bit of water, pasta water, not regular water, because you don't want to dilute the flavor. But when you have the pasta water, you have some of that starchiness in there. And I can see that the garlic is sizzling, and I will show you a close-up of that so you can see what I'm talking about here. Yep, so you can see it's beginning to sizzle. We do not want the garlic to brown, okay? Once it starts browning, it's going to get a roasted flavor, which we do not want for this dish, and then it can easily overcook and become burnt. Once you have that, you got to toss it out, okay? And start over. And if it's a midnight recipe, you don't want to be doing that. So, all right, nice and flavorful. I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta in. Reserving some of the water. Very, very easy here. Add a little bit more olive oil for flavor. And really, now that I'm thinking about it, I could have done 2 cloves of garlic. I probably should have. I always tend to make a little too much pasta. Looking good already. Okay, so that's one version of midnight pasta. It's just the garlic, the olive oil, and the pasta. But I like to take it a little further and also go ahead and add the cheese. Okay. Get that in there. And if you want to even take it further, add some red pepper flakes. And if you want it even spicier, get those red pepper flakes at the time when you're heating up that oil. That way that spiciness gets into the oil and then it really gets throughout the dish. Okay? And that's it. Let me grab a saucer here. Again, this isn't going to be the most flavorful dish in the world, but still going to have some wonderful flavor. And if it's a little runny, maybe you put too much pasta water in, just no problem. Just let it sit. It'll cook out. Keep it on low. Smells good. Hot. Whew. That was hot, temperature-wise, and I definitely got some of that pepper flakes in there, which tasted amazing. I like the red pepper flakes. That is what a midnight pasta is. It is so simple. You do not need a red sauce. You do not need an Alfredo. You do not need anything else. There's a little bit of olive oil, garlic. Up the garlic a little bit more than what I did here just to get that more of that flavor. Adjust quantities according to your taste, and you've got it going on. Well, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. If you like easy Italian recipes, hit that notification button too. That way you'll get notified when we post new videos. Sign up for my newsletter, and you will get recipes delivered to you every week for, again, delicious, easy, simple Italian recipes. So, thanks for watching. Grazie e ciao.